YouTube, it's deck tech time. This time for one of my least favorite control decks in Modern, arguably, but I wanted to try it out again since it keeps doing well in the showcase challenges. So this is blue-black Wan Shi Tong with 4 copies of Field of Ruin. I am not a huge fan of this deck, not playing Frog for one, and also playing 4 copies of Field of Ruin since you have 4 copies of Counterspell, and then double blue gets a little tough if you have to keep a hand that's like a 1-land Field of Ruin type of hand. But we got 3 copies of Spell Snare, a little bit of early interaction, same with the Cling the Dust for Graveyard Hate, Fatal Push for removal, 4 copies of Consult the Star Charts to help you find your pieces that you need, whether it be Wan Shi Tong or the one Kaito, whatever, to end the game. We got a singleton Snapcaster Mage, 4 copies of Counterspell, 4 copies of Orcish Bowmasters, 3 Sheoldred's Edict for removing Planeswalkers and such, Force of Negation for free interaction, Tidebinder to stop activated and triggered abilities, 4 copies of Subtlety because more free spells is better. Also, it's our Wink edition in this deck. Same with the Wan Shi Tong. Wan Shi Tong with Field of Ruin, obviously very powerful since it forces a shuffle. Then we got 1 copy of Kaito that we can go get off of our Consult the Star Charts in the late game, and it closes the game pretty quickly. And then the rest of the mana base is pretty unexciting. We got 1 Otawara, a couple copies of Undercity Sewers, 1 Swamp, bunch of fetches, Watery Graves. Sideboard, we got 4 copies of Consign for Eldrazi, a Mystical Dispute for any Riddler deck, Riddler of our own for the grindy matchups, 1 Strategic Betrayal for Graveyard Hate, and an Edict effect, probably good against Zoo. 4 copies of Break the Ice for that pesky Tron matchup. Even though we already have 4 Field of Ruin, I guess we also need 4 copies of Break the Ice. We got a Graveyard Trespasser for Graveyard Hate, Damnation for a Sweeper, then a couple copies of Engineered Explosives, which is very, very good against Affinity, and Energy. I know, I feel like I'm going to miss Frog, but we'll see. Last time I played this deck, I wasn't a fan of the Field of Ruins, and I also wasn't a fan of cutting the Frog. We'll see if my opinion has changed since then. Okay, sounds reasonable. I think it makes sense not to play Frog, but I miss it sometimes. I love when you just get to play like turn 2 Frog and then just get a free win out of it. GLHF. Smile. This the mirror? Dimir mirror? Kaito plus Wan Shi Tong is pretty nice. Unless you play like an early Wan Shi Tong and then you can bounce it back and then maybe get a piece of card advantage off of it. I think we leave an Edict on top. Ninja back a snap. We can only hope. I don't really want to play Bowmasters second, so I think I'm just gonna untap here. So if they have a Bowmasters, I want to be able to do something about it. I'm gonna cast Console, even though I'm taking my shields down on Wan Shi Tong, so they can fetch if they want to. I think I want to flash in Wan Shi Tong if they fetch. I could also flash in Tidebinder. But if I flash in Wan Shi Tong, I can also have Counterspell backup, which seems kind of nice. Alright, I'm going to crack my fetch, because I want to see if they're going to do something. See if they want to flash in a Wan Shi Tong. I'm going to try to flash in a Bowmasters. They're probably going to fetch and Counterspell this. Which is going to suck, but it's okay. I'm going to go for the Subtlety. It doesn't matter, I'm fetching it away. I guess I Edict this. I think I probably should have waited on that fetch. In hindsight. Spell Snare seems good in the matchup. We'll keep a Spell Snare on top. We did draw Bowmasters, which is nice. I kind of regret using that Edict right now, but it was going to be a 2-2 anyways. I think I want to Tidebinder this instead of flashing the Wan Shi Tong. I think that's just fine. I don't know if there's anything I want to do about that. I keep going into the void because my room is too bright. Oh, I have it set to super low light. Hold up, sorry, chat. Okay, count as fetch. What's up, Secret Fate? I've been well. I've been well. Whoosh. Sure. I think better that they push that than they push with the Wan Shi Tong. Yeah, my hair is getting pretty long. I have Bowmasters. Gross. I'm gonna build Irelia Raven. I've decided that that's something I want to do. I think it's pretty decent. It seems like it has a lot of good cards in it anyways. He who bows the bow shall bow the bow. I think I'm down to spend my Spell Snare here. It's really hard to play. Oh, good. I haven't played Riftbound since like December of last year, so I'm sure that'll go well. Upkeep, kick, consult. They have a Spell Snare. December of last year as opposed to the what other December? Okay, I don't need your sass. I think I take Wan Shi Tong Subtlety. It seems fine. Spell Snare would be really good there too. But I think if they had Spell Snare, they would have used it. Yep. Everybody be consulting. I'm thinking I just jam a big old Wan Shi Tong. 1, 2, 1, 2. Big bird time? I think it's big bird time. Mayhaps they have subtlety. They're probably debating if they want to pitch subtlety. Goodbye, boys. Well, that was not great. Goes into play tap go. I think I want to fetch while they don't have Wan Shi Tong. Wan Shi Tong. Quite the board state. I just stun this with Kaito. Then we go to combat. And we punch him. We get to hold up subtlety also. I hear the Hearthstone music. It's a radio edit. It's a banger. I'm kind of surprised it let me draw a card here, but I guess we take those. Clean, sure. Okay, we each draw a card. Apparently they're dead on board. So I don't feel like I really have to do anything here. Except for, of course, go to combat. Lobster, thank you for the 9 months. How many basics? I think I don't have any more basics. I think I am fresh out of basics. Scoop. Graveyard Trespasser, Mystical Dispute, Quantum Riddler. Fatal Push is actually pretty good in the matchup. Should I get a haircut, chat? I feel like my hair is getting pretty long. Maybe -1 Shelly's Edict. Cling seems bad. I don't think I mind a Cling because they probably have the Snapcaster as well. Got first at locals with Ulafrog? Hell yeah. I think I like 1 Cling at least. I was gonna keep both. Ah yes. Double Fielded Rune Hand. I'm gonna try it. Hands like this give me the ick though. Too much hair. Oh god. No. Yeah, Moltender's a bad card. Moltender's a bad card in Standard. That's how I know it's a bad card in Modern. Although I guess the same could be said about Ugin. But in reverse. Bad card in Standard, pretty good card in Modern. Down to take more colored sources of mana. Opponent doesn't have a land drop. Uh-oh, opponent. You need land drops. The most nakedest Wan Shi Tong. I'm gonna subtlety this. I don't think I love that play by the opponent. Into combat fetch. I thought I was gonna get Kaito for a sec. Def, thank you for the 17 months and the birthday wishes. I appreciate you. Thanks, Deft. It's not my birthday. But thanks, Deft. They might feel to ruin me here. Spell Snare. I think we get to blow him out now. And then we get to push their thing, and then we get to go get an island for Mystical Dispute. Then we get to draw another card too. So gas. Alright, we are the Birdmere Master, I think. Yay, Birdmere Master. I wonder how many more Birdmeres we're gonna run into. I don't think I can keep this hand, can I? Cling cycles, but the rest of the hand's pretty bad. I think I keep his put back Subtlety. Our voltage, thank you for the prime. Appreciate ya. Big nods. Oh, bosh. I think I just surveil. Sure. Is this like the Jeskai Obosh deck? There's a few Obosh lists that have been running around. I'm gonna cast Starfield Shepherd this turn. I didn't cast anything. Yeah, I mean, if they mana tithe me, it is what it is. Probably either a Fable or a Spyro or a Blood Moon. Yeah, it's Chess Guy. I don't really know what the appeal of playing Obosh is. I guess it's sweet with Riddler. Yargle! Just buy Obosh and pass. Alright, let's cast Memory Deluge. Memory Delulu. Counterspell, Field of Ruin. I could take Subtlety Counterspell, but I think hitting my land drops is pretty good. I should go find a Wan Shi Tong. One day. Thank you, Overvoltage. Thank you, Yargle. I appreciate the prime resubs. I think my plan for today, chat, is just we're gonna play 2 leagues of blue-black Field of Ruin with different builds. I gotta just compare the 2 builds. I can actually just eat this, right? Also take him off of blue mana. Between blowing up Arena. Oh wow, that basic island. What was on my bingo sheet? I still kind of can't cast Flage though. Faithless Looting. Yo, Raid of Havoc. Favor the bits. Bowmaster seems good against their deck. There is a build that doesn't have Field of Ruin. I don't know if it's any better though. Field of Ruin is a little clunky, but it's also nice with Wan Shi Tong, so I don't know. Also, Field of Ruin comes in huge against the Eldrazi Tron matchups. Yeah, there's a lot of Tron. I noticed that when I was playing challenges the other day. Tron's kind of rampant and everywhere. As a gay, thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Well, it's probably time to eat this Flage. I also want to eat this Faithless Looting, but I think Flage is definitely a higher priority here. Alright, we can do both. Nom. The T. Take a look, I'll take a look later. Kinscar and Kirill, huh? Kirill's a sweet card in energy in general. Because of Ocelot Pride. What are we casting? Oculus. Subtlety's so good with the Oculus. Jesus. They're so good against Oculus, I should say. I'm a little bit scared of a Riddler, but I guess I do have Counterspell Shelley's Edict, so maybe Riddler doesn't matter. Another one. Goodbye, T. Helping Hand, the Seasoned Pyro. I think we cling the Seasoned Pyro. Over the Flage. Flage we have Counterspell for. I could also just Fatal Push it or whatever. I do want to keep the pressure up, though. Alright, there goes my pressure. Goodbye, pressure. I guess we're gonna have to grind him into the dirt. Because now we're not really tempoing him super well. Which means we eventually have to draw Wan Shi Tong, and then that should win us the game. Non-token creature. Yeah, Curiel seems sweet, but Curiel's also a 3-mana 3/3. Stats are not great on that card. Well, I could take out the Arena of Glory. Seems reasonable. It is kind of filling up their graveyard for Flage more, though. But it's also filling up my graveyard for Cling the Dust. Manson. Thank you for the Prime, the 2 months. Hell yeah. Congrats on finishing midterms. Sack that. Spell Snare. If they draw a fetch line, then I'm gonna have to counterspell this Flage, I guess. Hate to have to do it. I think Spell Snare is actually a dead card in this matchup. Because they're an Obosh deck. I don't have to clean this Flage for a minute. Yeah, this is definitely what's gonna get sideboarded out. Could Spell Snare my own counterspell. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, I need to find a Wan Shi Tong. I don't think I've seen one this game. Oh, another one of the worst Spell Snares of all time. Hopefully I don't have another. Yeah, Blanket Spell Snare is nice. Yeah, I'm just flashing in these subtleties. I feel like they have to have Solitude, though. Also, if they ever play a Fable, I'm in danger. I think a reason to get this out is probably good enough for me. Put Flage on top. It's a good draw. Spin it. Back to the top with E. I don't think I have to do anything. Upkeep, fail to find, Unholy Heat, Subtlety. Holy. I don't even want Counterspell. Kaito. Nice tongs. I don't even think was there a tong in the top, whatever? I don't even think there was one. That's kind of crazy. What happened to my tongs? All tongs go to heaven. Shit. Yeah, Wan Shi Tong's on vacation. Oh, get these terrible spell snares out of my deck. Actual blank card. And yep. We'll have to see how we're doing on time, chat. I think we could probably get through 2 leagues of blue-black do-nothing. Imagine it'll take about 4 or 5 hours. It's not exactly the fastest deck in the world. Yeah, Singleton Quantum Riddler is a little weird. Tan looks okay. It's very good against turn 1 Ragavan. We came prepared for you, turn 1 Ragavan. Should definitely just do it on their turn regardless. Maybe they're playing actual factual Force Spike. Wait a minute, is Force Spike illegal in Modern? I feel like I should know that. I don't. It's not legal. Discard Zanaki. Part of me just wants to cast Strategic Betrayal, excuse me. But I feel like I need to get more value out of my Betrayal. But I will cast this Bowmasters. Boy. Oh boy, no. It's not legal, but it has the list printing. Ah, the list. The list and foundations might as well be the same set. Yep. Think we fetch. So we're gonna actually do something kind of cool. We're gonna fetch, and then we're gonna fatal push it. Why are we doing it like that? Because I wasn't sure if we needed to have Counterspell up or just like Surveil. Maybe that was troll. That might have been trolling. I'm bored of standard. Give me a shitty off meta deck to play, please. I've been having a lot of fun playing elementals recently. I don't think it's off meta though. I'm pretty sure it is meta. I don't know. Elementals is really fun. It was troll. Yeah, it was a little troll. But I wasn't sure what land I wanted to get. If it was tapped or untapped, but it was a little troll. And it was also like it had some application, but I heard Mono Black aggro is like apparently an up and coming list. I don't really know what that list looks like, but Bloodghast is in the format. Archers. Archer them. Can't tell if that was a fire truck or a trash truck. Something just went by. Yeah, I forgot that Dark Confidant's legal in standard as well. Until recently. Wow. Numb. They gotta be so sad right now. Yeah, I forgot Dark Confidant was legal in Standard until I started looking through some of my old Final Fantasy stuff, and I saw Dark Confidant, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this card is just in Standard, and it sees 0 play in Standard. Which is a damn shame, because Dark Confidant should really be powerful enough to see play in Standard. Makes me sad, man. No justice in this world. The lethal Graveyard Trespasser. Tiffany, thank you for the Prime of 2 months. Oh, I appreciate you. That was a super sweet video, by the way. It turned out really well. GG's. Maybe, we're never gonna get an online client. I ran out of black creatures. Dark Confidant, Iron Shield Elf, Moon Shadow. So you could also play the Bronco, and you could play Timeline Color and Bloodghast. I don't think the Bronco's very good, though. But you could play the Bronco. You want more Dark Confidant effects. I bet you there's like a mono black Monument deck out there. The question is it better than Rakdos Monument? Rakdos Monument's probably a pretty fun deck, too. Actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to leave that on top. Also, I have 0 dexterity. I can't click shit. Well, 1-drops are there. Yeah, 1-drops are important, right? I'm holding up Metallic Rebuke. Frick you, YouTube chat. Oh, that's right. I'm streaming on YouTube. How could I forget? I've been watching for years. I still don't know about that spike clip. Facts. The spike clip is from when Spike cast Boil on me. And he wiped all my lands. Like a true hater. This deck's so weird. I've been playing it for about 3 weeks. I don't know if this deck's good. I'll be completely honest. I just got a few boxes of the new Riftbound set, and I pulled a signed Ari Shea. You thought it was just the overnumbered regular? Isn't that like 2K? Damn, Kramer. I got Jack Diddley out of my first box. I got about $40 worth of bulk rares. I've thought about playing Riftbound on Cockatrice. I just don't like Cockatrice. I also don't. I mean, like a TCG Arena is a good client, but also I really prefer playing on something more official, where I can actually like win money and prizes and stuff. I'm sure there's like unofficial tournaments and whatnot on TCGA. Well, not unofficial tournaments, but like smaller, more rogue tournaments. I think I just let my star charts get countered. Shock at you. Who could have seen that coming? There's a 1K this weekend. Man. Getting like Riftbound FOMO. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this or not. You'll never guess what won, Draven. The finals of the China regionals was like Annie versus Azir, right? Which is crazy to me. I didn't know Azir was any good. It threw an unlosable matchup in the trash. I don't even know what Azir does. Makes like sand tokens, right? China regionals are not to be trusted. Is the next like big Riftbound tournament in March? Next week? Spike. It was next week. Vegas. I was looking at the Riftbound Coastal Series 10K at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. I was thinking about maybe making the trek out to that, but then I have to go back to Virginia, which seems like mid-minus. I don't know how I feel about the Field of Ruin stuff. Okay, it's fine. Stone Rain themselves. And me. Tormod scripts. Hey, my Spell Snare did something. There you go. That's just exclamation mark music. It's like the first time in 3 matches that Spell Snare did something. I'm planning on Kaitoing, so I think flashing the subtlety is probably fine. Save me, Kaito. We're running it in a league. To a friendly league. Forsaken Miner. Like intimidation tactics is probably better than duress. Now we got a 0 and look for a land drop. Drop of land. A crumb of land. Land of the finest mystique. Ooh, a counterspell too. Okay, ninjutsu after damage, yeah. It doesn't matter. It's 3 damage versus 3 damage. Is 3 greater than 3? Mayhaps. It is greater than or equal to 3. Snappy Edict. I think I've been that. Top the Snappy past the turn. The People's Champion Snapcaster Mage. I have to for the fans. Kind of streamer would have been if I didn't take Snapcaster Consult Star Charts, huh? Not a very good streamer. Your average viewer age is 14. They've never seen a Snapcaster. Alright, we got a pop a Tormod script. Great success. Good job, Snappy. That's all I wanted you to do, buddy. And attack. I started appealing to the Zoomer Riftbound audience instead. Good job, Spell Snare. That's your plan, opponent. Turtle. Goodbye, Turtle. 5 plus 4. I could put him to 1. TMNT died for that Cap Cannoneer. I still haven't even looked what's in the TMNT set. Wait, was I gonna hit Bowmasters? Oh, hell yeah, I was gonna hit Bowmasters. Okay, Engineered Explosive seems decent. I feel like I want Mystical Dispute. Spell Snare is probably not great. Cling the Dust is definitely not good unless they have Emery, but maybe I'd rather have Strategic Betrayal so I can make them Edict the Kappa Cannoneer instead. The Damnation seems okay too. Not a huge fan of Consign to Memory, I don't think. Force of Negation's worthless. Not worthless, I guess, because it can counter weapons manufacturing. Snapcaster seems bad against Mono Tormod script. Sorry, Snapcaster. I tried to make you work, buddy. And we'll cut a Spell Snare. We have 4 Fielded Runes. I don't think we need any more effects for the sagas. We're also bringing in Engineered Explosives. I think it's too narrow. Although Can't Break the Ice also hit Shivan Reef? And they are playing Shivan Reef? Seems kind of bad still, but it's funny. Counter Mox. I think I pretty much never want to counter Mox. Spell Snare is okay. It counters 2 threats. Weapons and Arcbound Ravager. First trophy of the stream so far. I've been trophying a lot on stream lately. I think I want to leave this up in case I need a mystical dispute something. More likely, they're just going to play weapons manufacturing. Because they're holding a Metallic Rebuke, of course. And apparently, that's all they're doing. Love another blue source here. I guess I leave this on top. That's too many Field of Runes. Too many fields. My opponent's doing actual nothing over there. I think I also do actual nothing if they're doing actual nothing. Yeah, 3 fields often comes up. It's kind of strange, huh? They run a basic island? I'm not sure. See if they want a Metallic Rebuke. This Orcish Bowmasters. Deck's 9 tickets. That's kind of awesome, though. I mean, I feel like they have to Metallic Rebuke this. Alright. Titan could kill on turn 2. Could Avidity do that? Could turn 1 Kappa and then have Metallic Rebuke. Which is essentially turn 2 kill. Yay, everybody could go like the YouTube stream where I may or may not read the YouTube chat. I won't. Tinker and Titan even kill on turn 2? Yeah, you just go turn 1 Amulet, turn 2 Amulet, plus Lotus Field, plus Titan, plus Mirror Pool, plus kill you. Stack's probably pretty good against Titan. I think it's Neoform. Neo Formation. I think I'm down to leave another one on top. Spell Snare seems great in the matchup. That's because Belcher Energy is the best deck in the format. But we already knew that, though. No Planar Genesis. None for you. I don't know if I should have done that or not. Just another Planar Genesis. Alright, this one could slide. If I drew an untap land, I probably would have snapped off the Spell Snare here. Okay, they just put a land into play. Seems decent for me. There's one card on top. Codes. They have Eldritch Evolution. I'm in a little bit of trouble. I'm trying to think what the worst thing they could get is. I'm just going to let this go. Well, they didn't hit Consign in memory. Also, I'm pretty sure this deck only plays 2 basics, so we might be able to get away with just hitting with a Field of Ruin. Chose Neoform, Rider, Veil of Summer, Windswept Youth. So I played 2 basics or 3. I don't remember if it's on 2 forests or 1 forest. Either way, we're going to draw the field off the top. We're going to field them, and then we have Sheoldred's Edict off as a backup anyways. And Veil of Summer doesn't do anything against that. 6/6, uh-oh. Bobby, thank you for the prime. They just die? Why would you do this? They said, I did not remember. Okay. Opponent's a forgetter. Hey, Bobby. Appreciate the 39 months. I forgot. See if that passes in court. Your Honor, I forgot. I think I want the Betrayal, the Riddler, maybe a Consign to Memory. Seems bad, but whatever. I think the Dust is also bad, though. Let's take 2 Consigns. They took Neoform, Green Pact, and Land, and went Land, turn Atraxa into Galta, and Pact for Xenagos. Potentially, yeah. I don't love this hand. An opponent snap kept 7. Sure. Field Ruin strikes again. Otawara. Maybe I should Mystical Dispute this. Judge, can I just start cheating? Me when I read Takesies Backsies. Takesies Backsies are very real in the current landscape of competitive modern magic, or I guess competitive magic in general. You can actually do quite a bit and be like, oopsies, takesies, backsies. I don't think I'm going to win this game because my mana is bad. Notably, if I went Mystical Dispute on the first Planar Genesis, this could have been a snap Mystical Dispute angle. Alas, I did not. I think there's no way I'm not dead this turn. Hoats. Probably gonna get veiled. Or Mystical Disputed back, one of the two. I haven't seen Otawara other than just now. Oh, Christ. Maybe I should have gone consult the star charts. Yeah. We get a swamp. Hey, we actually stone read them. It might be relevant. Or cycling. Edge Mage. Bin's a disciple. Ouch. 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 Archers. Save me. Consign memory's kind of crazy there. 3 escalating exposure. Don't you make fun of my escalating exposure, Jeremy? You know it did work. I'm very surprised they decided to just consign a Bowmaster trigger. It also seems like that nightmare matchup for our opponent, so. Bonk. So they do only have 2 basics, which is what I thought. Back when I was playing a lot of Neo brand, I remember only having 2 basics, and they don't have more than 2. Valid. My star charts. Well, we got Counterspell, Snap, Counterspell. I can just snap star charts also. Yeah, they have a Zidane profile picture they were saying. Well, this sucks. I don't think they're going to be able to kill me, though. They are dead next turn. We still have Snap Edict. Okay, they're not dead next turn now. Edict doesn't target. Alright, I said GG's. Prediction, chat. Will we get the perfect 5-0? I'll say yes, no, and then we'll have... we'll say yes, comma, imperfect, which means we drop a game. No, and then yes, perfect. 10's okay. 10 got a lot of worse. Is there a point to subtlety in this? I'm just gonna let it go. No, you don't. You don't subtlety the first one. Disagree. Because they just top it and do the same thing the next turn. It doesn't really do anything for you. Man, I'm in so much danger. What do I even do? Can't kill this. My mana's bad. I probably have to push a token. Let's start by pushing a token and see what they do. And they did not spend the welding jar. I feel like I have to do this. Pitching the Spell Snare, I guess. Spanic Emissary on the bottom. Blue. Oh my god. Swamp. Hi, bunny. We're so cooked. I've returned. As I always do. Almost there. Cast Counterspell. I'm just like not gonna be able to beat these Pinnacle Emissaries. This is a build at top 8 of the showcase. If you had the mana for it, well, I don't really have the mana for anything right now. Shouts out Field of Ruin. I miss Spell Snare. I doubly miss Spell Snare. I guess I can just regen this anyways. Lesai. I counterspell the Ravager. It's a good question. Okay. Damnation, engineered explosives. Sorry to the perfect believers. That was pretty brutal. I don't know if I want Riddler. You don't want to be known as the guy that knows what's going on. That's a scary position of power to be in. Knowing what the board state's like and how cards interact puts you a cut above the rest, let me tell you. That is not where you want to be. 10 is a damnation, and the rest of it's pretty bad. Let's try it. What do you think of this deck? Blue, black, Frog, Wan Shi Tong, Riddler, Kaito, Consign. Seems okay. I don't know how it matches up to the Drago variants. Am I getting turn 1 cap out of him? Okay, I didn't get turn 1 cap out of him. They could still definitely have Kappa Cannon here with Metallic Rebuke backup. That would suck for me. Spell Bomb, interesting. Now let's grab an island, and then we're going to play Wan Shi Tong. And then their upkeep, we're going to field them. I guess I might as well do it in their draw step. They're probably going to bounce back my Wan Shi Tong, so that way I don't get a draw. I feel the room looks pretty good here. I'm also going to get a swamp and hold up Fatal Push for Pinnacle Emissary. Although I could just try to Damnation also. I could have also used the Claws of Gix to eat the Urza Saga and then fizzle one of my lands. Now I'm tapping out for a Capo. Tap a Cannoneer. Yeah, they also don't get a land, but it might have been worth it for them. Tough to deal with Pinnacle Emissary too. The old sack my Mox Opal, make a 1/1. That's a good draw. They didn't even sack at the gain of life. Kind of playing sloppy. They know I have a Wan Shi Tong. Must have Metallic Rebuke. No. I'll leave that on top. That seems great. And Mangu named it Washington, right? Plays more than one Closet Gigs. I feel like it's still wrong to play more than one Closet Gigs. Yeah, this Wan Shi Tong just hit for escalating exposure damage. Sure. Everybody was so high on Wan Shi Tong when Wan Shi Tong first came out. And everybody was so low after Wan Shi Tong came out. And now everybody's back to being on the Wan Shi Tong is the best card of all time train. Alright, everyone may be hyperbole. But it might as well have been everybody. Psyop. You know, my hand's great unless I could just get, like, fucking dunked on turn 1. I went 9-7, Frank, which got me a qualification for the next 2. Alright, I'm gonna need my opponent to stop opening Pinnacle Emissary every game. It's making it very inconvenient to win. Are you enjoying the PT grind? It's a lot of fun. Testing houses are good vibes. If you test with the right team anyways. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm about to push this drone. Spend 2 life to pay. You gotta spend money to save money, you know? In this case, it's life points. They're just gonna make a construct. How do I beat Shadow Spear? Yeah, we're gonna draw a card from Wan Shi Tong. I really need to draw engineered explosives. Maybe spending the push was wrong. Just reach across the table and steal theirs. They get a Mox Opal. Maybe they pop engineered explosives. That's pretty good, but I have to block my way out of it and then hold up Mystical Dispute so I don't get Metallic Rebuked. Yeah, I just can't gas it this turn. Because they have Metallic Rebuke. Surely they would never cast Metallic Rebuke, right? I was just like, whatever, I'm in. I'm all in. Hit me with their finest Metallic Rebuke plus Damnation, or Mystical Dispute plus Damnation. Which I will. Second engineered explosives to hit the battlefield. It's for popping their own munitions tokens. Land. Fastest rebuke of their life. Fastest mystical dispute for the rebuke of their life. I mean, we still got to draw out of this because our draws have not been great. Aside from that Damnation. If they ever draw a Capican in here or Emery, we're dead. Emery gonna cast Arcbound Ravager. No, Emery's gonna cast Pinnacle Emissary. Okay. Deck not helping me out. Casting a Bauble. Why would you cast a Bauble over a Ravager here? Minor spelling mistake. I need to draw exactly Snapcaster. I'm pretty sure okay, I have the Snapcaster in my deck. I have to draw exactly Snapcaster. Snapcaster! Snapcaster! You're not Snapcaster. I do this for 2 cards. 1 card, 2 card, 1 card. 2 card. 1 card. I don't know, I'm so fucking dead. I guess I have to draw Engineered Explosives then. But Engineered Explosives doesn't even save me either. So I guess I have to do this for 1 card. Why the fuck were you when I needed you, buddy? I mean, it saves me. But where the fuck were you when I needed you, huh? Weapons manufacturing. Oh my god. If I snare here, I am dead to Arcbound Ravager. So I have to let this go. Sure. Hello, bro. I have an RC in 2 weeks in Europe standard and have been away. Do you have any good suggestions? I'm not sure you've been playing standard recently. I have been playing standard a little bit here and there. I'm gonna be playing elementals at my RC coming up this weekend. I don't know. Oh my god, they're getting closet gigs. I don't know if it's the best choice, but it's a choice. Dead to a stiff breeze. Well, I think that does it. I don't think there's anything I could draw here. What a bummer. Missed the 5-0 because our mana base is shit. I'm gonna pay out the doubters.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.